What pages are we supposed to be working on? What pages are we supposed to be working on?
Just wait 1 second, okay? It's going to be page 40 in our ready reading though. Yes, get out your ready reading packets. You will need those out. Sorry, my meeting ran a little late. We have our, I have my meeting with Miss Kaler every Monday, so sometimes I run a little late from today's time. Okay, you should have page 40 out. We read A Flag for a New Nation last week about Betsy Ross, so you need that out.
Miss Mize.
Yes.
I lost a tooth.
Oh, is that? Oh my goodness. Yes, you did.
And the tooth is right here.
Yes, you did. Yes, Emily. Oh, sorry, Emily. I accidentally muted you. Sorry, unmute yourself.
Have you ever seen the movie The Greatest Showman?
Yes. That's such a good movie.
I got a song stuck in my head from it.
Is it The Greatest Show? Wait, what is it? The which one is it?
Sing it.
It's like Every Night I Lie in Bed.
That one? Yes. Oh, that's a good one. They have the best songs in that movie.
Yeah.
Okay. We are on page 40. I'm going to be reading. You are going to be listening and following along on your page. We already read this last week, so let's just reread it one time so that we remember what we're talking about. And then basically what we're doing is we're going to be putting this first, next, and last chart into a paragraph, okay? So here is a new flag for a new nation. A long time ago in the 1700s, the United States was not a country yet. People lived in 13 colonies. The colonies belonged to England. The people in the colonies wanted to be free. They decided to fight for freedom. The people needed a flag that would stand for all 13 colonies. General George Washington wanted a flag that everyone would recognize. It would unite the 13 colonies. Where would this flag come from? Paragraph 2, one story says that first General George Washington went to see Betsy Ross. She had a sewing shop in Pennsylvania. He asked Betsy Ross if she would make a flag for the 13 colonies. She said yes. Betsy Ross made a flag with 13 stars and 13 stripes. Each star and each stripe stood for a colony. The flag that Betsy Ross made was an important symbol in the fight for freedom. It helped the colonists feel proud. Soon the colonies would become one country. This new flag would stand for the United States of America. So then from there, that is how our flag kept getting made and evolving over time. So last week we underlined how the flag was made, about Betsy Ross saying yes, she was down to make the flag. So then we put in this first, next, and last. And we talked about first, it was that Betsy Ross went to go see George Washington, General George Washington. Next, he then asked her what? To make a flag. So then he asked her to make a flag, and she definitely said yes. And then eventually she made the flag where it had the 13 stars and the 13 stripes. So now we're going to just be putting this into a paragraph. And so you need to be able to flip from page 44 and page 41. So we're going to use our first, next, last to create a paragraph about what we just read. So you have your pencil out, and we're going to start with the first. First, General Washington went to see Betsy Ross. So we would write two-finger indent, two-finger indent. First, General George Washington went to see Betsy Ross, period. Yes, Jenna.
What page is this? I accidentally came in 6 minutes late.
Okay, page 44, my love.
40.
In your Unit 1 Ready Reading packet. So first, General George Washington went to go see Betsy Ross. Next, so then we would look at our next. Next, he asked Betsy Ross to make a flag. So I'd write next, he asked Betsy Ross to make a flag. So notice how we're just making this chart and condensing it and putting it all together to turn it into a paragraph. That's all we're doing. So first, General George Washington went to see Betsy Ross. Next, he asked Betsy Ross to make a flag. And then lastly, she said yes and sewed a flag. Lastly, comma, Betsy Ross said yes and sewed a flag, period.
Are we writing all this?
Yes. Good question. Zay, do you have a question?
Can you just zoom it in a little bit?
Yes, of course. Is that better for you? Say thank you.
Yes, thank you.
You got it. Zay with the cool glasses on. So first, General George Washington went to see Betsy Ross. Next, he asked Betsy Ross to make a flag. Lastly, Betsy Ross said yes and sewed a flag. I'm making you guys write today, aren't I? Your exit ticket is to show this to me. Take your time. Make sure you are writing from all the way from one end to the next, that you did your two-finger indent, that you have commas after first, next, and last, and that you have punctuation at the end of your sentences. Take your time. Jalen and Maya, you are good to go. Go do some iReady reading lessons. Go complete one lesson and then you can go to lunch. Bailey, you are good to go. Gwen, You are good to go. Wait, will you capitalize all of your generals and George Washington? Capitalize those letters. Make sure you capitalize names of people. So General George Washington, Betsy Ross should be capitalized. Addie, will you scoot it back just a little bit? All right, ma'am, you are good to go. You guys are working so hard. Adeline, you're good to go.
London.
When you are good. Thank you for capitalizing those. Kendall.
Hey, do I ready?
You are good. Yes, go do one I ready lesson, reading.
I'm done.
Maddie, you're good. Adrani, hold it up for me. Awesome. Mia and Adrani, go complete one I ready reading lesson before lunch. Before lunch, go do it. Alan, you are good. Thank you for taking your time, Zay. That looks good. You may go do one I ready reading lesson before lunch, okay? Same to you, Shreya. Shazabe, you missed the lesson, so you can go back and watch it later. But for now, I want you to just get off of here and go do one I ready reading lesson, okay? Before lunch.
Miss Mize,
Yes, Otis.
I'm done.
Can you show it to me, please?